So a lot of shooters will get to talking on the internet about how well they shoot 7-yard groups, but then when they get the target reeled out to about 25 to 30 yards, how those groups tend to fall apart and they just don't know why. And I've got a pretty neat drill called the shoot-through drill, where I set up a target at 7 yards and I will fire into a 1-inch black square that I've drawn on the target with a 25-yard backer target all the way back, perfectly in line with it, to be able to see what acceptable level of accuracy we need at 7 yards and how that correlates to what our 25-yard groups look like. It's pretty eye-opening to a lot of shooters when they feel like, man, I'm shooting, you know, a tight, say, fist-sized group at 7 yards, and just what exactly a fist-sized group at 7 ends up being when they look at a target with a fist-sized group at 7 and what that relates to on a 25-yard target, or how tight they need to shoot at 7 yards in order to kind of extrapolate that information into what a good 25-yard group or a much tighter 25-yard group looks like. So let me get this all set up and let's fire some shots and see what we get. So what I've done is I've got a clean target. When I mean clean, it's just it's pasted, but it's free of holes, that I've got set up on one of the target stands here at the Zia range, all the way back here to the backstop, and we're going to pace off about 25 yards, maybe a little beyond. I think I've got the next target set someplace around 20 yards away from it. And at my 20-yard target, or my target that's 20 yards back from it, as you can see, it's a ways back there. This target is the target I'm actually going to be using to aim at. And as you can see, I've drawn a 1-inch by 1-inch black square that's going to be my aiming point to see what my accuracy is at 7 yards, or how tight of an accurate group I can get at 7 yards, and then see, as I shoot through it, what that accuracy is going to be like and how it correlates at 25 to 30 yards. So there is a 7-yard group that I shot for my 7-yard line down here. We're going to move up 7 yards. And there's my 5-round group, pretty well all impacting within that 1-inch square. Looks like I got one flyer right down here on the bottom. I think that was my 3rd shot, if I'm honest with myself. But the cool thing is let's go. I mean, obviously looking at this, 7 yards, that's a pretty damn nice level of accuracy at 7 yards. You know, basically have five rounds, holes touching. But let's see what it looks like at 25 yards, or 25 yards further from the 7-yard target. And you know what? Not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. So there's one of my flyers there. I believe that 3rd shot that I pulled low on the 7-yard target would correlate to this one. But for the most part, or for the total part, is I can cover, my hand can completely cover that group of 5 shots, which also happen to be directly in the center of that A zone, if just pushed just a touch to the left. But anyhow, so yeah, that's the level of accuracy needed at 7 yards to be able to viably get a nice, acceptable 25-yard target. So there it is, the shoot-through drill. Really cool drill to set up and try on your own. It's one I use to demonstrate a lot to newer guys or guys that are just really having trouble being able to put together what it takes to shoot a good 25-yard group, and then how that correlates from a 7-yard to 25-yard group. So it's pretty eye-opening, and it's definitely one I recommend. So next time you're out at the range, set it up, give it a shot. Let me know how you do.